Hello friends, and welcome to our second positive magic ritual. And our ritual today honours the moon in her third quarter, so that's a week after the full moon. It's the waning moon, and for us this month the moon is in the sign of Capricorn, which is very strong and grounded and earthy, so really nice one for this ritual. I really believe that whatever sign the moon is in, whatever ritual, we can make it work for us, but harnessing the energies of balance and inner strength, which is our theme for today, that Capricorn really helps with that, gives us a lot of foundation, a lot of tenacity. Okay, shall we get into the zone, cast our circle? Let's begin with our breath. Bringing ourselves into the right here, right now. Connecting in with the 7 directions. Hopefully by now you can do this quite quickly. Just locate yourself in time and space. Below, above, north, south, east, west. Wherever you are right here on earth now, really bringing your awareness to this place and remembering we're all part of this one amazing planet. It may appear that we're at different points on the surface of the globe, but when we connect in with the direction of below, we all meet in Earth's red core. Grounding. We can support each other in this way. So let's welcome our elements. I have them set up in the Northern Hemisphere way. So I might actually just light my candle. I was harnessing the powers of resourcefulness that we were embracing a day or two ago. Fixing a broken candle, reusing flowers from last week's ritual. These kind of hung in there, and found some wisteria growing on a nearby fence. So yeah, using what I have around because I don't want to go out to the shops. So, our elements. Lighting some sage. Energies of air, of breath and word, of clarity of thought, of laughter and play, of cleansing. You're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. Now I'll just wait a moment. You might like to give a blessing for air. Energies of fire, direction, will, focus, transformation that burns away the old and makes way for the new. Fire, you're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. You may like to say a word or two for fire. Welcome fire at your altar. Energies of water, of flow, of release, of letting go, of life, of womb, of ocean and river and rain, of falling snow. You're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. energies of earth, of rock and stone on this Capricorn moon, of foundation, of bone, of strength, of resilience. You're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. And energies of spirit. Oh, I'll give you a moment for earth too. Energies of spirit, the everything. You're welcome in our circle. Blessed be. By earth and air and fire and water and by the power of spirit, this circle is cast and outside of time. This circle is cast and outside of space. Blessed be. Now, things that you should have on your altar, and you can always run and get them now. Push pause if you need to. Something, a pen and paper, something to burn bits of paper in. I've got a kind of cauldron-y thing there, a saucepan with a lid, a bowl. If burning isn't an option where you are, for example, if you're stuck in a hotel or something like that, or you've got smoke alarms that'll be set off, then a pair of scissors to cut up that paper instead. A bowl of dirt or soil or sand. If you haven't got this now, that's okay. You can get it later on after the ritual, but we're going to put our ashes and whatnot in there. And that's it. That's all you need. It's a very simple ritual. Check out this amazing rock that I have for Earth that is so fitting for our half-lit moon, our third quarter moon, and I guess for our first quarter moon, it should sit on the altar like that for me. This is from the island of Amorgos in Greece. It was the first island that I went to, so pretty amazing. Maybe that was part of the story, that connecting in with Greece helps me bring balance, following my bliss, all that kind of thing. All right, now this ritual, what we're going to do, our continuing process of ridding ourselves during the waning moon of what no longer serves us. We've done a meditation for shedding the dead wood. We've done a visualization of imagining the possibilities of what we might want to become, opening ourselves to those possibilities, known and unknown. So now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty. This quarter moon, this third quarter waning moon, gives us the strength and tenacity, that square between sun and moon, and gives us the strength and tenacity to be able to look squarely at ourselves and know what it is that we need to consciously release now, to let go of, so that we can prepare and essentially create a clean canvas by the time of the dark moon, so that we can begin to build up our vision of ourselves in the waxing moon. So this process, this continual letting go. So we're going to take a few minutes and just spend a moment. I'm going to suggest that we spend a couple of moments journaling, just free-form writing, just whatever comes into your head. We're not going to have to share these or anything like that about what needs to be let go of right now. You will have already got some clues from the previous meditations, and then we're going to get specific and label about maybe 3, no more than 5 things that we're going to burn away and let go of. So let's begin that journey now, and a couple of minutes of, in our sacred space, of writing about what needs to be let go of. Ready? anything that comes to you that you think might be holding you back right now. Anything at all. Fixed ideas, limiting thoughts. Just another minute of this, and if you want more time, you just push pause and you take as long as you want within this ritual space. Let's leave it there for now. If you need a bit longer, that's absolutely cool. Now, I'd like us to choose a couple, I'd say 3. If you need more, then that's okay, of the most important things that stood out to you then. I wrote on half my piece of paper with my little scribblings, and I'm going to use the other half for my releasing stuff. So maybe you need a bit more paper, or maybe you can write on the back of what you've just written. Whatever works for you. This is just a nice, quick little ritual in between the full and the dark. We'll go much deeper on the dark moon, much longer ritual. But this is just to keep that flow going. So now we look at what we've written, what came up for us, that deep wisdom that when we give ourselves time just to be with ourselves is always there, because we're tapping into Spirit's wisdom, and which flows through us. So choosing 2 or 3 things and then formulating, writing them down. I guess we'll have them on strips of paper, maybe about this big, something like that. Starting with stating very clearly that it's you who is releasing this. So I would say, I, Wendy, willingly release blah, blah, blah. My tendency to blah, 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 this blah, 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 whatever comes to you, okay? So state your name though. I, whatever your name is, willingly release, and then whatever it is that holds you back. And try to keep the words now quite succinct so that you can really visualize that. Okay, so a few of these. Take a moment, take longer if you need it. I just realised that I was doing something then that might be a good idea for all of us. I was releasing one thing and then replacing it with another, just so that there's not a void left, just so we know, what we want the outcome to be. So for example, because I got woken 700 times by my cat last night and I'm just totally over it, I'm saying, I, Wendy, willingly release poor sleep patterns, and I will replace it and replace this with good sleep. So you might choose to do that, you know, release and then replace it with something else. I'm going to do one more. If you've already finished yours, just hold space for the rest of us. Now, as you can see, my approach to ritual is very improvised. I'm often changing and making things up halfway through. You're welcome to do that too. If you get a good idea, it's the essence of this ritual that matters. It's about consciously, as we prepare for the big dark moon ritual, it's consciously cleansing ourselves and going through that motion of cleansing ourselves and ridding ourselves of what no longer serves us. So, you know, feel free to add and improvise if you wish to. Okay. You ready? Okay. So I've got this kind of camping cast iron pot. It's very useful as a cauldron. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my first one of these and I'm going to light it. I'll light it off my candle here. If you haven't got a candle, just get a lighter or a match or whatever you can do. I'll also do one as a cutting up version. The next one I'll do that so that you know where it's at. So if you're not lighting it, you're cutting it into little pieces, okay? Now, I'm visualizing my action of doing this thing that I'm letting go of. And then I'm visualizing myself not doing that thing. So I'm becoming aware of what I do, and then I'm seeing an alternative to that. Putting it in the cauldron, letting it burn away. Going with the next one, I'll cut this one up, okay? Visualizing, seeing myself doing the thing that I'm wanting to let go of and then replacing it with something that's better for my soul. Letting it go. Letting it go, trusting in the processes of change. For me, the last one, take more time if you wish. Can reiterate it out loud if you want. That can help. I, Wendy, willingly release poor sleep patterns and replace it with good sleep. And I know the action that I'm going to take to do that. Close my bedroom door so the cat doesn't keep jumping on my head in the night. I claim good sleep. Okay, if there's a bit left over, it's fine. Sit a minute with that releasing and trusting that we've instigated a change, and we've done so willingly and consciously. I'm going to do a little bit of sage here. I'm going to cleanse myself. Oh, you guys. Fresh new start. A letting go. We're preparing to rebuild ourselves at the dark moon. We're preparing for a new vision. Letting go of the old, of what no longer serves us. Okay. Whoops. Making sure it's all out. This is not out. I'll douse you. Okay. Now we're going to collect the ashes of all this, all the little bits of paper that you've cut up. Ouch, that bit wasn't out. Okay. And put it in the bowl of soil if you have that now. If not, get that tomorrow or whatever, or later today after the ritual. And essentially what we're doing is we're taking that old stuff and we're putting it in this soil symbolically to act like compost, to fertilize the next stage of our adventure, of our growth. So all this energy, when we hold on to things that aren't serving us, it takes a lot of energy. We're wasting energy with that. And so we're taking that energy that we were previously wasting, we're letting go of it and we're returning it to Mother Earth, where it can become the compost and the fertilizer that will nurture our new vision of self. So I've got this here, and on the dark moon we'll be doing something with that, okay? So you've got a bit of a time to collect those ashes, and if for any reason the physicality of all this, burning or cutting or whatever, isn't your thing, you can always visualize it. Though I do think that there's great power in actually doing some of this spell work, just getting it happening like that, the physicality of it. So we have let go of what no longer serves us, and we begin our journey deeper and deeper into the darkness. In the myth of Inanna, maybe I'll tell that in one of the meditations this week, as the Sumerian goddess, as she descends into the underworld, which is what we're doing as we move closer and closer to the dark moon. We're moving into that depth, the deep soil of Mother Earth, where rebirth happens. As we prepare for that, when Inanna stood at the threshold of the underworld and her sister Ereshkigal was calling her down, every threshold that she went through, she had to shed an aspect of her identity, of herself. And in a way, that's what we're doing here. This idea that we're a fixed thing, as though we can't change, but we can change, and we have the power to create that change in our own lives for the better, for the good of all, and according to the free will of all. So, holding, if you have, your pot of soil, or gazing into your burnt or cut up ashes, we say together this little spell. At the end, I'll say and so, and then together we'll say so. I'll say and then together we'll go, so mote it be. There is one power in the universe, and that is the power of perfect transformation. And I, Wendy, and every willing participant here in our Positive Magic community is a perfect manifestation of that transformation. As we burn away what no longer serves us, we open ourselves to positive transformation. Positive transformation is ours here and now. What we let go of fertilizes our future growth. Positive transformation is ours here and now for the good of all and according to the free will of all. And So mote it be. Good. Good work, us. Let's open up our circle. I'll just say a really quick thing, and then I think you should improvise and say what you're grateful for as you thank each of the elements. So we'll begin with Earth. Thank you, Earth, for the strength to look at ourselves honestly and to carry out our convictions. Hail and farewell. Thank you, water, for cleansing tears, for rivers flow, for falling rain, for love, for nurturing. Thank you, fire, for transformation. Thank you, air, for clarity. Thank you, spirit, for magic, for love. By earth and air and fire and water and by the power of spirit. This circle is open but remains unbroken. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. Blessed be.